Welcome to 5 Minutes in the Word, a daily devotional in the Word of God.
So, Derek, I had fun when we looked at this International English Bible the other day and looked at the old man. Paul didn't really stop with the old man.
No, he didn't.
He went on in verse 3 of Titus chapter 2, and he says, "In the same way, tell the older women to live the way holy women should live, and not to be gossips or slaves to wine. They should be teachers of good things."
That's so different than what I probably have read in some of the other versions. Here, as I was reading verse 3, it says, older women like us are to be reverent. And, we think about the word reverent, and, within the church, we don't use it that much.
No,
It's not, I think that there are some religions that use a form of a word like that, but it's not really a good, even that's not used in the right way.
Yeah.
So here it is that, live in a way they're supposed to live in a way that, that is, that is suitable, that is right. That's definitely a great way to kind of describe that. And you see this is directly tied to their behavior.
it is.
This is tied to their behavior. That's what it's talking about here. So let your behavior be what's acceptable, or be right, or be, and you think about that here is an older person, in this case an older woman, that is, has probably, well, she's learned a lot of things. My dad always says I've forgotten more than you'll ever know. It's kind of his phrase, and so, she has some life in her. She's lived, she has some years behind her, and so here she is, and she's going to be reverent in her behavior. And it says, not slanderers, or I think the IUB says gossips.
Yeah, don't be gossips.
Don't be gossips. And I know the stereotypical, thing that we label on women is we say, well, women are busybodies, or they're people that are gossips and all that. It's a stereotype. That's not all women.
You ever been to a barber shop?
To a barber shop, exactly. It can be any of us, but notice that here is this reverent behavior, this good behavior. They're not gossips. They're not slaves to much wine. They're not people that are out just giving themselves over to something that's going to control them. They're controlled too. And it says that they are to teach what is good. I know that when I was growing up, that my mom, anytime that I needed that comfort or that care, or that, I ran to mom, because mom can make it all feel better. But here she is, and she's teaching that which is good. Mom is the one that I always ran to, and she's gonna give me that good news, and she's gonna give me that motivation to go out and seize the day, or go out and to do whatever needed to be done. And the good that this mother is, or this older woman, not necessarily mother, but this older woman is going to teach is how to have good behavior, and how to not be slanderous, and how not to, to be involved in things such as wine. It reminds me, about Philippians chapter 4, talks about, the way our minds are to think. We're to think about, pure and godly type things,
right.
And that's the kind of things that this older woman is going to be teaching, that she's going to be living out. You continue going on down into verse 4 and following, and we'll maybe see that in later videos, that she'll be using her life to help instruct and help benefit those that are coming after her. And so this is really important. And I hope that the women in the church, especially those, that are either raising children, or have raised children, or are just older in general, I hope they recognize that their behavior and their attitude and their demeanor, and the way that whether they teach publicly in a children's or women's Bible class, or whether they just live by example, I hope they recognize people see those kind of things, and that's really important.
Yeah, it is. And a couple of things that I thought about as you were talking, it really just goes right along with what you're saying. That reverent idea.
Mm-hmm.
Think about maybe you're in a situation where you're kind of cutting up and carrying on, and it's the older woman, maybe your mother, as you said, who goes like this, because we're having a prayer. And you're not being respectful.
Right.
But she's showing you the way she's doing it. And then the word gossip is, I think we think of gossip as something not true.
Right.
But that's not the case. I mean, sometimes it might be not true, but really what it is, it's destructive.
Right.
It's harmful.
Well, it's not yours to say. It's something that, whether it's true or not true, it's not yours to say, or it's not appropriate to say. And so, yeah, a woman needs to lead in that, in the area of instructing. That's not how we are to live.